Alright, this is going to be a little bit of a different video than usual. So, I consume Japanese media, anime, and I read manga and light novels, but I don't speak the language. Now, I would like to learn for various reasons to make consuming said media a little more convenient, but for now, I only speak the English. In order to read my light novel and manga, I have to rely on English publishers for that kind of stuff. There are two major publishers, Yen Press and Seven Seas, among other smaller-ish ones like Kodansha and Viz, and even there's like Udon Entertainment now, and the Tentai as well. There's a bunch of different English publishers. Today, however, we're going to be talking about a specific publisher. Now, you probably saw the title of this video and thought I was going to talk about translation or something like that, but that's not exactly the case. Early in January of 2021, Seven Seas publisher released Classroom of the Elite Volume 7, and now if you've kept up with light novels, I'm sure you know where this is going. It was horrendous. Entire pages and paragraphs were cut, censored, edited. The whole thing lost meaning. And Volume 7 of Classroom of the Elite was a big-ish volume. Some shit went down, and it's just a volume you can't skip. Around the same time, Mushoku Tensei was airing the very first season. And a scene where Eris is sleeping in a barn, and Rudius comes along and tries to pull her pants down, aired. And readers of the English light novel did their pointing at the TV and said, hey, this wasn't in the light novel. Turns out, Seven Seas censored it. Instead of Rudius trying to pull down Eris' pants, it was Rudius putting a blanket over top of Eris while she slept so she wouldn't get a cold. Now, I don't need to tell you how that just completely goes against Rudius' whole fucking character and how that ruins his characterization. But that's not the point of this video. Maybe I will. I'm sure tons of people have made videos and there's been huge articles. It wasn't the only one. I'm in Love with the Villainess, a Yuri Isekai light novel, was also censored, and the author actually came out and said her disappointment. Now, I'm not blaming the translators. And I'm partially not blaming the editors. There's a higher up at Seven Seas who says, no, cut that shit out. They're the wrong ones. However, a year and a half-ish later, the controversy for this stupid fucking publisher doesn't end there. On May 23rd, 2022, a Twitter account at UW7S called United Workers of Seven Seas posted this post here, saying that 20 or so full-time employees of Seven Seas are forming a union. Turns out, Seven Seas treats their employees like absolute shit. So, the workers reasonably got fed up with being treated like shit, being underpaid, overworked, zero benefits, and are deciding to form a union. Now, this is where the political part of the video comes in. Some people disagree with unions. I work in a union. So I'm not just some schmuck on the internet who fucking watches anime and reads manga all day and then occasionally makes videos on them. No, I have a full-time job and it is working for a union. So I know exactly what these workers are getting into. And some of their goals are basic shit you would think that employees would need. So, some of their goals are shit like healthcare, pay leave, benefits, time off, vacation, reasonable workloads, no crunch, transparent increase, like, all of these things, when you read through their goals, it's shit like, well, that should be basic fucking, like, workplace etiquette. Management training for managers and supervisors. Like, an end to, like, exclusivity, like, increase staff for overburdened departments. Like, you would think that it's some basic shit. And I saw a post originally saying how, like, Seven Seas has been fucking, they've been hiring with promises that they will include benefits and then not include benefit. Unfortunately, not long after, Seven Seas will not voluntarily recognize the union as preparing to move forward with an election. The election started on Saturday the 32nd with 41 eligible employees in favor of the union. 41. So they have not recognized the union. So 7 Seas, who every Wednesday announce new licenses. They're shitty licenses. It's all goddamn shit fucking isekai. In another world, but this time I fucking come and piss myself. Like, it's shit like that. Are overworking it. And now, as of this recording on May 31st, 7 Seas has hired a union-busting firm. They are actively going to be working against hiring this union. It's pathetic. Like I said, I work in a union, so I know the ups and the downs of the union. My pay is set. I'm guaranteed a certain amount of hours. I'm guaranteed a certain amount of leave. I'm guaranteed a certain amount of vacation. I'm guaranteed meal breaks. I'm guaranteed all these things. I'm guaranteed overtime work. I get 3 times pay on holidays. It's just things like that where, yes, it helps. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Because everything is set, it's set, which means it can't be more. While it can't be less, things like pay and overtime, it also can't be more. I have to pay union dues. That sucks, getting paid, taking paycheck off every time. And like my union dues, it's like, okay, do they really go towards anything? But the biggest thing is sometimes collective bargaining agreements will be, well, every time a new collective bargaining agreement is negotiated, something you had in one CBA might be taken away in a later CBA, for example. And that sucks. We recently had that. A collective bargaining agreement out, pay for certain hours was reduced to, the pay was reduced for working a certain hour shift. Whereas before it was you got paid a little bit more for working a certain hour shift. That sucks. But as long as these employees know that as long as these employees know what they're getting into, then I think they should be fine. And this newest development with the union busting, it just drove me up the fucking wall. It's so fucking annoying. The audacity that they have to, like, try and bust their unions. Look, I know I don't have very much of a fan base. I actually have 100... Oh my god, I have 100 subscribers. Holy shit. I did not realize I would have 100 subscribers. You know, I would be thanking you guys and stuff, and I love the fact that I've been getting so much just activity on my videos. I feel so good. But I'm not going to go on in that video here. I do have a new video coming soon, don't worry about that. But, 100 isn't the biggest fucking audience, but I do want to try to utilize whatever audience I can to bring attention to this kind of stuff. And like, if you are in support, which you should be, then please, go follow them on Twitter at UW7S. And I mean, I'm not going to call for boycotting yet. As of this video, there has been no boycotting. There has been no, call for a strike. There hasn't been any of that. So, but if they do, so follow the Twitter, and if they do end up, please listen to their boycott. I mean, I've been actively slowing down on buying 7 Seas light novels and manga for the longest time. Ever since the Mushoku Tensei Classroom of the Elite debacle last year, I've been really trying to avoid it. Kind of ironic, because the only series I've been buying is Classroom of the Elite and Mushoku Tensei. But, like, I don't buy very many of their light novels. I hardly buy any of their manga. The only manga I buy is Arpeggio Blue Steel, but that's so hard to find, so it's not like I'm going out and buying it. So, like, just be conscious of this kind of stuff. I mean, if you don't care, you don't care. It is what it is. I really don't like how this union... And I mean, English publishing and light novel business has been so fucking annoying. And so prices have been going up. And I mean, honestly, it's probably a lot cheaper to find secondhand versions of light novels and mangas on shops like Mandarake. So, if you do, just be conscious. I would appreciate if you be conscious of this kind of stuff. I get there's no other way for someone to read any of these, if they don't speak Japanese. Or, I mean, there's French and Italian versions out there and stuff like that. So it's not like it's, super exclusive. But, so yeah, please be conscious of this kind of stuff. Keep, if you want to, there's no petitions or anything right now. You can, post your hashtags in your Twitter and whatnot on their thing. Go visit their website. Just read about unions and union busters. I mean, like, who, like, no one hires union busters and stuff like that. So, and you know, just every time they tweet out, every fucking Wednesday, when they announce more shitty goddamn isekai, then, you know, under their Twitter account, you know, post shit and just try and support the workers. I mean, like, because we're over here in the West, it's a lot harder for us to help out things like Japanese animators and stuff. But if you're really into that kind of stuff, then please, 7Cs, the Twitter, it's on screen here. It's at _UW7S. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video today, just talk about this, because it just annoys me. And like I said, as someone who is in a union, I know what they'll be getting into, these workers, and really it's a lot fucking better than what they're being paid for right now. I mean, the reason, we don't know why these novels have been censored or they're fraught with grammar errors despite the fact that they're the revised editions, but it probably has to do with the fact that all of their employees are overworked, are underpaid, and it's just terrible working conditions. And now here 7Cs is hiring a union busting firm to actively go against it instead of sitting down at the fucking bargaining table like real goddamn fucking human beings. At the end of the day, though, these publishers, they don't give a shit as long as they make their money. We all know that. It's not fucking, you know, rocket science. They're not, you know, gung-ho about, they're not passionate about bringing Japanese light novels and mangas to English readers. They're not. They're absolutely not. They don't care. They just want to make money. And let's not pretend like it isn't what it is. So yeah, go follow them on Twitter. Support them if you would so kindly. And please keep an eye out for boycotts. If the moment a boycott gets announced, you know I'll be participating. I've already been half boycotting them anyways because of the whole censorship nonsense. And even like Yen Press isn't too fucking good at that. Like, you know, apparently No Game No Life Volume 11 is about a bunch of stuff censored. I mean, I thought it was fine, but even still, it really sucks. I get that there's gonna be lost, it's gonna be lost in translation. That's obvious. That just fucking happens. Japanese to English is such a hard language to translate. But if you're actively removing entire pages from a fucking novel, that your job is to translate, nothing else. You're not writing it, you're not editing it, you're supposed to translate it and give it to the readers. That's your fucking job as a fucking English publisher. You know, this is one of the reasons why I want to learn Japanese, because I'm sick and tired of English publishers censoring, cutting, translating, all these fucking errors. Also, they don't know they don't license good shit. There's tons of shit to license. Like, fucking Peko Sakurahol, Shimaneta, Shomen Sample, just to name a few. Manga, Oshinoko, Orikana Tenshi. There's fucking a gajillion manga and light novels to fucking publish in English. Good ones that clearly have huge fan bases. They have to have fan bases over in fucking Japan because they have fan bases over here. And especially Tokyo Revengers is coming out. They will be publishing Tokyo Revengers. You know, please think twice about that. They have said that they will be keeping the manji symbol, but you never know, right? Like, just keep an eye out for any sort of, you know, big... and please keep an eye out for any boycotting. And please, I get it if you don't want to, if you're like, no, I don't feel like it. Like, I get that. But Insomniacs After School, there's so much like light novels and manga that I want just to read and experience, but instead here they are. Let's look at what the fuck were their last. Like, what is Obnoxious Hero Kun the Complete Collection? I don't even fucking heard of that shit, bro. Like, and they just go like, I get there's probably there's a market, but like the BL and the girls love, like just tons of that. It's like, fuck, man. It just, the English publishing annoys me, and this just like drove a fucking really made me snap. Like, what are the Polar Bear Cafe Collector's Edition? My Secret Affection? Never heard of any of this shit. Like, do a popular... What is backstabbed in a backwater dungeon? My party tried to kill me, but thanks to an infinite gotcha, I got a level 999 friend, and I'm out for revenge. What the fuck? Like, what? You're overworking your employees for shit like this? God, it's so annoying. But it's that... Anyway, I've been getting a little too... This is just my taste anyway. That I think there's way better fucking light novels and mangas that can get published. And I mean, don't even get me started on how much I don't like J Novel Club's fucking, like, coins subscription. What the fuck? What, like, how much are these... and it's only fucking... They just announced the Rebuild World. That shit looks interesting, but it's only digital, and it's only for these coins, and they translate, like, parts at a time. I don't get it, but I've been going on ranting way too long. Look, point is, support 7 Seas, the workers, have a read through their website. I mean, like, they don't... Okay, here we go. 7 Seas does not currently offer any job benefits. New hires have been told that benefits are imminent and demand implemented as possible. 7 Seas has no paid time off policy. Many employees are overloaded or burnt out due to high workload and lack of support. Wages must be immediately increased to fair industry standards according to each employee's role and experience. Cost of living increases must be made annually, and merit increases implemented as an acknowledgement of good work. Across the board, increases to pay, kill fees, and revision fees must be implemented for our freelancers. Like, training materials. New hires are set up to fail with insufficient process, redundancy, and poor training. No wonder they're fraught with grammar errors. These poor new employees don't even know how to fucking do their job because they're not trained. How have you not created training materials? It doesn't make sense. It's annoying. And now they've just done the absolute scummiest move possible by hiring a union-busting firm. It sucks. Please go support them. And like I said, for the millionth time, if they do call for a boycott, I'm definitely going to support it the moment they do. I'm going to get both my brothers who collect to support. I'm getting all my friends to try and support it as much as they can. Because, like I said, I work in a union. I know exactly what it's like. I know exactly the benefits. And I know the downsides. But what they're claiming, what these United Workers of 7 Seas are claiming here, yeah, it looks like the benefits of that union greatly, greatly outweigh the employment. So yeah, that's all. Those are my thoughts on shit seas and their union. You'll be back to their regularly scheduled clickbait anime hating content. I do have one in the works. I gotta watch the series. I gotta rewatch the series. I watched the series a while ago. It was fucking trash. I gotta rewatch it. I'm gonna put myself through that hell and make a trash amazing. It's gonna be a banger video, and I'm gonna do it for you guys. So yeah, that's all. Those are my thoughts on 7 Seas and their union, and some of my other thoughts on English publishing in general. Maybe I'll make another video on it in general. This one was more of a focus on 7 Seas and the unions. I did go on a major tangent there, so yeah. Yeah, those are my thoughts on 7 Seas and some English publishing. Please, their Twitter's down in the, the Twitter's down in the description, so is their website. Show your support, and that's everything. Thanks for watching.